Hello, Taurus friends. I'm Annie Botticelli, and welcome to my Taurus October 2023 Astrology Horoscope forecast. This is for you if Taurus is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Taurus placement you're listening for. What I'm going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. And if you're a very late degree Taurus friend, so birthdays around May 15th through the rest of the sign, or Taurus degrees 23 degrees through the rest of the sign, I suggest you additionally listen to my Gemini report, as your very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. So wow, just have to lead with the final chapter of the last 2 years of the Taurus Scorpio eclipse cycle. Ending in an eclipse in your sign is happening now. So bam, that's the most important thing that we have to talk about. But there are a lot of other layers to help you understand this month so that you can navigate through it with the most ease and grace possible. This is the long-awaited final chapter. I know that this time has been very hard for many of you, and going through an eclipse cycle in your sign can be the best of times and the worst of times for sure. Magical new beginnings, awesome new manifestations of things you've always wanted, and having to say goodbye to things, people, situations that you don't want to or you don't feel ready to. These are the general storylines that encompass an eclipse cycle, especially when it's in your sign. And so there's been a storyline going for the last 2 years, and you're about to see the final chapter of it. And that's a very big deal. This is going to be a full moon lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Taurus on October 28th. Eclipse season lasts so much longer than just the eclipse moments. And really, there are storylines at play with different cycles. So things happening now could have their origin in the early part of 2023 through the end of 2024. That's when the same nodes were occurring for this cycle last. When the opposite nodes were happening, the Scorpio-Taurus part, we had August 2012 through February 2014. And then we've got the end of 2021 to the end of 2023. If you want to, give some analysis to this, you can look back and see some similar types of storylines or lessons or things coming back around or things that were built or created then changing or being added to at this time. So there are always multiple, really countless layers of things that are going on. So we've got all of those years, cycles in between. We've got the 2-year cycle, then we've got a 4 to 6 and sometimes even 8-week cycle before and after each eclipse. So basically from August into December is the eclipse time. And the closer we get to October and the end of October, the more this is in effect. So that means news, radical change, trajectory shifts, clearing of karma instantly. You could have had a storyline that's challenging for you involving money or relationships or anything else that evaporates in an instant and you just step into your new life. So this is a time that is very much related to fated experiences. While I do believe we do have free will in certain aspects of astrology where choices that we make can guide and dictate certain types of experience or how we experience things. There are certain things that are unavoidable and are timed perfectly with a divine plan that we can't get out of. And a lot of those things tend to make themselves manifest at the eclipse time, especially if you're getting hit close, like this. Now, everyone in the Taurus Scorpio eclipse, or Taurus Scorpio spectrums are going to be very affected by this cycle and this eclipse. But those of you near 5 degrees, so that's going to be April Tauruses, basically. April-born Tauruses, and the closer to 5 degrees, so April 27th, 28th, 29th, that kind of thing, you'll get the strongest hit. But everyone has ripe chance for transformation and change and the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. A lot of these storylines have to do with your self-sufficiency, your money, your income, your relationship with the material realm and material things versus other people's money, shared money, investments, holdings, or, things, capital investments, government money, taxes, crypto, all of that's in the 8th house. And so it's basically a story of the material versus the ethereal, the visible versus the lesser seen. And you'll see a lot of these storylines activating at this time. If things have been difficult for you, there is a very strong chance of relief at the end of this cycle. And there may be, and if things have not been difficult, fantastic. Eclipses don't have to be bad and they don't have to be terrible. But when we have resistance to change and uncertainty, a lot of times we experience that as difficult. I could talk at length, like really at length more about this eclipse and this eclipse cycle, but we do have some other things to talk about to help you better understand the complexities of this month besides just this storyline. As the Taurus Scorpio eclipse cycle has been affecting you in your my stuff and our stuff sector, it's also been affecting you for these 2 years in your me versus we sector. So your individuality versus how you are in relationship. You standing on your own 2 feet, but then also maybe receiving help from others or giving help. This is a shuffling and reshuffling around of these energies. This also very much has to do with your physical body and your relationship with it and your definition and redefinition of who you are, how you are, and what you want to show the world. Eclipses can come with a massive amount of recognition for things that you've been doing, and it can come with a massive amount of support as well. That support can come through financial means or just through emotional means or through any other means. And Jupiter is also moving through your sign. So from May 2023 through May 2024, you've got this general expansion of the storyline of money and self-sufficiency and of your connection with your physical body. This is a time to listen to the symptoms of your body and know that your body is telling you something with symptoms. It's not just being a nuisance to be, ignored or snuffed out, because if your body has a symptom, there's something that's awry and it's trying to tell you. So this could be a very big time of you getting in better touch with your body, understanding its signals, and giving it more of what it needs. This storyline of relationship is coming from every direction at this time because not only are you experiencing it through these eclipses, we also have another eclipse on October 14th at 21 degree, new moon, solar eclipse in Libra. And we've got Mercury will be in Libra, Pallas Athena is there, the Sun, Mars is there, and of course continuing South Node transiting there, which will be there for, until 2025, just like the Aries-Libra eclipse cycle will be. So this me-we thing is coming from every angle. So you'll be seeing very, very, very many ways this is manifesting. Now, specifically for Taurus, this Libra energy is in the 6th house. So not only are there all these lines of energy of you connecting with others, clients, support, your plumber, finding the perfect plumber, finding the perfect lawn person, your business expanding because other people are finding you. All of that is happening. But what's also happening is those transits and the eclipse on the 14th of October is also going into your 6th house of Virgo. So it's also affecting your day-to-day experience. So where you walk and your neighbors that you see, what your system of getting up and getting stuff done, going to work or working from home, doing stuff with family, there will very likely be some new and possibly very refreshing changes in your schedule. So not only has the eclipse, previous eclipse cycle brought the storyline of you having to get out of your hobbit hole, as I like to call it for Tauruses, this new manifestation of all this 6th house stuff is also going to do that for you because there is a lot of new energy shifting around with the stuff that you do every day. So being uncomfortable is what the universe wants right now, but it is going to be good for you in many ways, and you will see the wisdom of that and be very grateful for the refreshing new things that are going to come in from all of this energy. And the fact that all of these Libra placements are making an awkward angle for you shows that it's going to be a little awkward, it's going to be a little uncomfortable, but you will, before you know it, have a new routine, and maybe you'll like it even better. These energies rule workplace dynamics, and they also rule your health. So you're getting the health and body focus from all of that first house activity, and you're also getting a massive amount of health and body focus from the sixth house. So it may be a really great time for diagnostics, since Mercury will not be retrograde and Venus is done with its retrograde cycle. The post-shadow transit period for Venus ends October 6th, and it had gone direct in September. So we enter October super clear from the personal planet retrogrades, which is great because as opportunities and come up and decisions have to be made, you will have the support of those forward-moving personal planets where you can see further ahead. Things will be more clear about what you're supposed to do. It'll be easier to plan and it's a really great time for things like diagnostics, testing, in many cases, surgeries. Of course, that, picking surgery dates is way more complex than I can go into in a general report. But, but being as it's free, at least from Mercury retrograde, that's helpful in the process. And of course, if you need a medical surgery, just get it whenever you need it. Transits be damned, because if you need it, you just have to go do it. But this is a good month for all of that stuff, basically. And it's also a great month to start a new diet plan, to experiment with things, to start a gym membership or other exercise, to get disciplined with meditation or other stress-reducing habits. You really can radically transform your physical body and your relationship to your physical body, and any eating addictions or food habits that are working against you. You may make some discoveries now that could be very helpful. If you have been struggling with autoimmune disease, or you know anyone that is, obviously I'm not a doctor and I'm not diagnosing or treating anything, but I just want to make you aware of something to look into. It's not for everybody, but it could be it is for the people who it's for, and it could be life-changing. So if you've been struggling with autoimmune and you're triggered by eating a lot of different things and you can't really pinpoint what the heck's going on and you're suffering, look into Dr. Gundry's work, Gundry, about lectins. He wrote The Plant Paradox. I will admit, it seems very counterintuitive, but it can and has helped so many people, and him in particular. All of the autoimmune people he worked with his, treatment plan, all of them went into remission. So it's just it's profound. If you're desperate, if you need help with that, I just want to mention it because there could be something there for you. Okay, Dr. I think his first name is Stephen, but if you look for Gundry and you look for lectins, you will find his work, and you can explore to see if there, talk to your doctors or whatever, see if there's something there for you to try out, which could be very life-changing in your health department and your wellness. And so things like that, information may come in like that or something else that can radically change your health and make things a lot easier for you and help you be a lot freer and lighter. And this topic of being freer and lighter is very, very, very much a theme for Tauruses at this time. The karmic release of these last 2 years that were hot spots, at each of the eclipse times, it's very much about clearing belief systems, clearing ancestral garbage, clearing soul, patterns, or whatever has to be cleared for you to have a freer, lighter, and happier, and more enjoyable and healthier, vibrant life. Understanding the eclipses is really, really important. I've made a lot of resources. I'm just going to list them before I forget. If you go to my Annie Botticelli YouTube homepage and click on playlists, look for eclipses in Libra, because that's that October 14th one. Look for eclipses in Taurus, obviously. That's the October 28th one. Look for eclipses in Virgo, or the 6th house, because that's the house that the Libra eclipse is in for Taurus. And then look in eclipses in Aries, or the 1st house, because that's where the Taurus eclipse is for Taurus. Okay, so between those 4 videos, you'll have a really good idea of what's going on, what has been going on, how you can use this energy, what's wrapping up, and put things in context and make the most of the energies. Tauruses who are in touch with their intuition or the ethereal realms, or who want to be, You're going to have a nice blessing right at the beginning of the month when we've got Star Goddess Vesta and Star Goddess Estrella in conjunction in Cancer in your house of communication. This may be a time where you randomly get ethereal messages or even connection with someone who's, passed away. So this is, a time when the veils will be especially thin, where the time between the veils between worlds may be thinned enough for you to see some things. We have 6 oppositions this month, which means everybody's going to feel pulled in all these different directions. And we have 6 counterbalancing trines, October 3rd, 21st, and 22nd, and then the 31st. So the 21st, 22nd is the same aspect. It's just kind of over 2 days. So 3rd, 21st, 22nd, and 31st, we've got Earth trines bringing mega manifestation. It's also an awesome time to do important things if you have to take action. We've got 3 water trines, the 13th, the 22nd, and the 24th, and those can bring sweet connections, ethereal blessings, and insights, spiritual insights and breakthroughs. If you love the dates and the aspects and want to know more about ones to be awareful and careful of, and my favorite dates and my sweet and salty dates, which, by the way, there are a lot of extra salty aspects this month, so there will be road bumps. Nothing to fear, just something to be aware of. Wear comfortable shoes and bring an umbrella, basically, for the weather here. Then you will love my newsletter. Okay, so if you go to AnnieHelpsYou.com, put your name and email address right there, you'll become part of my free VIP community and you'll get so many goodies. My 28-day virtual coaching program called Shine. It's a very big, massive program that you get for free by being in my community. You get my write-up, including my sweet and salty dates and favorite aspects and ones to watch a month early. You get links to resources throughout the month that help with what's going on in the stars. And you get my new mini astrology lesson emails. So there's lots. Then you also get a free subliminal recording for relaxing. And there's so much. If you think I give a lot away for free in the general public, you should see I give even more away for free in that email community. So hopefully I'll see you there. If you want to learn astrology and you resonate with how I teach, go to lumelife.com, Lume life.com, and see my Becoming a Professional Astrologer Mastery Certification Course. I can help you get from 0 to doing paid readings very quickly if you do your work and you follow along what I show you to do. The main course is 8 months, but I've had many, many, many people start having people ask them for readings or doing readings 3, 4, 5, 6 months in. And it's a very low investment. I've kept this very, very, very affordable. So you can earn your money back so quickly and then just really keep earning and earning and earning. Astrology is very sought after and it's a wonderful way to help people. So I can help you to do that. You can see that at lumelife.com, Lume life.com. I also have a basics course there. If you want exclusive content from me, go to AnnieBAstrology.com. Annie, the letter B, astrology.com. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.